There's a Twisted Sister song called The Price, and it goes a little something like this. You know, it's the price we gotta pay, and all the games we gotta play. Makes me wonder if it's worth it to carry on. And I found that following my heart, doing what my soul is authentically called to do, can come with a heavy price. And I have paid that price over and over again. A few years ago, I was called to use my creativity, to use my voice, to speak the truth. To speak the truth in a unique way. And speaking the truth through me, it was starting to resonate with people. That beacon I sent out there, people were seeing it. They were responding. But it got me canceled altogether on Instagram. But that didn't stop me. I picked myself up. I started to filter just a little bit, but still keeping the truth in my voice, in my way of showing up. And then I found myself shadow banned on Instagram. On YouTube, I started to notice videos that I put up at one time. They were getting taken down, saying they were violations of YouTube policies. And not because I was speaking any kind of hate, but because I was speaking the truth. And the powers that be did not like it. So I went into darkness and contemplated. I didn't want to give up. So I was thinking, do I just become another cookie cutter influencer, adding to all the noise, adding to all the distraction, selling his soul for much desired recognition at that moment? Or do I just call it quits altogether, walk off into the sunset alone, and hang my head? And there's a scene in the very popular movie, The Matrix, the scene where Cypher, a man who took the red pill of truth, could no longer handle the burden of living a life dedicated to truth. So he makes a deal with the devil. You see him talking to Agent Smith, enjoying a delicious steak, selling his soul, selling out his teammates, selling out the truth he once believed in and stood for. And he said, you know, this steak, I'm aware that it's not real, but it tastes oh so good. And that was the moment where a man traded the truth that was really uncomfortable, that came with a heavy price, for a world of comfortable lies. And what I realized is that when you sell your soul, when you sell out your convictions, when you trade the truth that wants to come through you, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're feeling massive resistance for that lie, that intentional lie, trading truth for comfort, it would be really fucking hard to respect the person staring back in the mirror when you wake up the next day. And it'd get even harder the day after that. Each day you knew that you sold out the truth for that life of comfort and ease, for recognition. The cost would be your soul. The cost would be that loss of respect. And I realized I could never pay that price. I could never live a lie when I knew the value of the truth, when I knew and was able to see beyond the illusion. I could never unsee that again. I could never go back. And that's why I will continue to speak. I will continue to stand I will continue to do the hard things, no matter hard, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how much resistance shows up in my way, because that's just what you do. That's the right thing to do. And when you're somebody who lives with integrity, when you value truth, you are willing to pay that price. And those out there who are facing the silence, who are struggling with the price of standing and speaking the truth, no matter how much the system wants to convince you that it doesn't matter, that your voice doesn't matter, that you don't matter, that your actions don't matter, I want to remind you that it does matter. And you matter. And you got a home here with the Shadow Teacher 33. So I want to leave you with that. Be strong, stand strong, and I will see you in the next transmission.